Welcome everyone to our new moon in Leo, all signs reading. New moon in Leo at 12 degrees. I lit this already and it's still going. So I have the window open. The teenage gulls are popping off out there. It's just a beautiful day to do an all signs reading for this new moon in Leo. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is a part of my, I'll talk about the channel first. So this is my multidimensional cafe. It's just you and I chit-chatting across time and space, having coffee or tea, and we're talking about astrology. Right now it's Earl Grey with some honey, local honey, and some coconut milk. I have like a whole pot because I knew this was going to be a long one. I have a pot of water, some clean water. I pick up at the spring in Linfield. It's so yummy. So my quest as a channel is to find and help guide the new leadership team for the awakened new earth. We integrate metaphysical practices into our leadership growth and development. We utilize and harness the planets and what they're highlighting for us, for ourselves, our rising sign, sun and moon, as well as for our businesses, rising sun and moon. I have products for you, digital downloads for you in the description. If that is a completely new language for you, the chart reading foundations would be for you, as well as the how to follow the moon. That can be a compendium to go with it. There's an astrological starter kit. Please, the link is in the description for my Gumroad if this is a completely new language for you. I'm working on a much bigger 6-week program for my leaders and entrepreneurs. And if you're here at my table, you're a leader. So I'm just going to offer you that. And that's something that I'm very excited about. This workshop, I'm like my brain, I completely take my ego out of it and I just let my guides channel through me. And I say to offer the highest and most accessible, best, most authentic information for this group, for all involved and invested. We're each individually bubbled and safe and grounded and protected. Please take this moment now to maybe pause the video, grab your coffee, your tea, and water, grab your journal, grab your birth chart, as well as the birth chart for your company. And let's get started. We can use the sun as the pause, and I will go over my disclaimer when you come back. This is the peach selenite. And so my disclaimer for this video and for this channel is that we are transcending time and space here. This is not an individual reading. This is not a reading that you have contracted me to do for you. This is something that I offer complimentary on YouTube. So if this is your first time here, maybe go watch some of my other videos, because my channels, they kind of shoot between the eyes. And my guides, they don't mince words. They don't sugarcoat things. This isn't a time to sugarcoat. And I say things to you because I love you. I say things to you in a way that is efficient, that gets you to your most authentic trajectory. So I just have to offer that disclaimer that this is not an individualized reading. This is something that is completely donation based on YouTube, and that don't take anything that I say in these readings as doctrine. Nothing. Do your own research on every single thing that I say. So I'm using a longer wand, so it's a little bit bigger than I usually do. But, that's okay. That's okay. So please don't take anything that I say as doctrine. This is a donation-based all signs reading for this new moon that we have coming up on Sunday in Leo at 12 degrees. And it was interesting. I wrote on my Substack an article about harnessing celestial calms. And I feel bad. I'm going to do another whole article because I completely forgot that Venus is going into Virgo later this same day. So I'm going to write a whole other article about Venus in Venus in Virgo, and I'm going to highlight that here for every sign. I feel like this is going to be a longer video, so that's why I have the pot of water and the pot of tea, because I want to be able to sit here with you and channel this straight through. And so what I believe Venus going into Virgo is doing is what did I write down? locking in leisure, locking in what you're asking for. And so I'll showcase that because, like the introductory video to this new moon speaks of, we kind of have to go a little bit quantum. I'm going to look forward to the full moon that's coming up in 2 weeks. I'm going to highlight a little bit of everything for each sign. So I'm just going to see how it comes through for everybody, every single sign. It's very, very different. And so some of the pussy willows, they're falling off of the... I know when it's time to not use it anymore when all the pussy willows fall off. So we got 2 more. It's possible that it'll be done today. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see what happens in the rest of this reading. So that's my disclaimer. Don't take anything that I say as doctrine. Do your own research on everything that I say. Have your chart with you. Find exactly where 12 degrees of Leo is falling in your chart. That's where I want you to focus specifically. And sometimes that takes watching 4 videos. For example, I'll explain. I'm a Scorpio rising. So for the Scorpio rising chart, because I use whole signs, this new moon in Leo is falling in the 10th house. But for me, in my personal chart, my new moon is falling in the 9th house because my midheaven is at 2222 of Leo. So this is happening in my 9th house. So I watched the Scorpio video to get the vibe. I watched the Sagittarius rising video because that's exactly where it's falling. I watched the Aries video because I'm an Aries sun. And then I watched the Capricorn video because I'm a Capricorn moon. So there's tons of information that you can utilize. I wear big old glasses, so we speak in lenses. These are lenses that I can put in front of me to view what is happening in this current paradigm that I call time and space in the end of July, early August. I'm recording this in July. I'm recording this on Monday, the 29th, and the new moon that's happening is on the 4th for all the time zones that I have highlighted. So let's get going. Let's get going. How are you doing? What's new? It is a lot. It is a lot. I'm aware. I'm so self-aware, dude. I'm so self-aware that this is so much that I'm asking of you. Every single time I do a video, I'm like, wow, you're just throwing it all at them. There's probably going to get more Sage and Palo Santo on the board. So let's introduce the planets, and then we're going to get started. So this is the sun on the board. This is the peach selenite. And since Leo is run by the sun is like technically the chart ruler. Technically. The moon. Mercury. Venus. Mars. You're a key player. Saturn. We've talked about Saturn in some of the last videos. Oh wait, Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, Black Moon Lilith. And it doesn't matter which Black Moon Lilith you follow, they're both in Libra right now. And then we have the North Node and the South Node, which I placed down like this. The North Node is at just about 9 degrees of Aries, and the South Node is at 9 degrees of Libra. So you can see it's like what you're going into is over here, and then what you're releasing is over here. So let's get started. Is there anything else that I need to talk about before I get started? Oh, let's get started. Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon. Welcome to your all signs, or welcome to your reading. Welcome to your reading. You might get an email opportunity soon, some of you. Like an unexpected, something's happening via email. All right, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North and South Node, Chiron and Lilith. Something about an email or emails coming in hot, kind of like the Eight of Wands type of an energy is happening here. And so some of you keep doing those detoxes. There's like some friendship changes that's going on. There's so much happening. It's like they're showing me a flip book of information for you, Aries. This is so much, and I'm just going to channel this and just look at the image of you. So it's like you standing in the middle of a tornado, and the tornado is like you created this tornado of energy, and it's your, clearing the ancestral line and clearing everything and going up and down. Some of you are going to have kids. Some of you are looking towards kids. Some of you are in relationships where the person, this is so specific for some of you. Some of you are in relationships with people that maybe are a bit older than you or outside of your understanding, and they don't want kids, and you're recognizing that you do want kids. And dude, I am processing something so deep when it comes to that. So know that I'm right alongside of you. If you need a mini session, for some of you, please reach out directly and we can process what you're in. But some of you are really recognizing that the real you does want, you're either birthing something or you do want babies. And it's a tough thing to recognize because you're like, I gotta leave this relationship. Yeah, the 2024 to 2027 video, the changing of the guides, that would be for you. We talk about the 3 soul matches. So definitely go check that out. I'm not going to repeat myself. I want to get back to the tornado because they're saying you're in the tornado. This is really you. It's like I'm looking at you, Aries, and you're saying to me, I am so okay if they can't handle this tornado. I know that I'm a tornado. I know that I'm an Aries, and I know that this, Mars and Neptune, Saturn and Neptune coming into my sign. I know that things, it's like trimming the fat. You're really facing things with an understanding right now, Aries, of it's like you're doing the Irish jig in the freaking tornado, and you're like, yeah, if people are leaving and they can't handle me, that's fine. It's not egoic. It just, you do feel like you're in a tornado. And now I'm seeing you at night falling asleep, and you're like, whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'll highlight the work of Elizabeth April. That could be advantageous for some of you to appreciate and to understand some validation. Her Monday videos are really, I don't watch every single week. And, sometimes when it comes to incredibly galactic content, I need to take a break to be able to ground myself back into reality because everything is there, but I myself am so high up in the clouds anyways that sometimes I can't watch certain things. I'm an Aries sun, so I'm right with you. But I'm highlighting the work of Elizabeth April. She could be worth your time and might be a teacher for some of you. So this is happening in your house of play, joy, romance, creativity, children, childlike spirits. So new moons are when we plant seeds for what we do want. I'm seeing you in that tornado. I'm seeing you manifesting, not even just manifesting, but looking in the mirror and seeing, I want a wife, I want a husband, I want children, I want dogs, I want farms, I want land. Really look at the image of what you want and hold so true to that right now. Aries, hold so true to that image right now. This Mercury retrograde that's coming up for you, that happens literally the next day, is in your house of daily life, health, and practical service. Maybe go talk to Scorpio. This could be calling in a health practitioner. This could be calling in a coach. Some of you might need, why Scorpio? Because Scorpio right now is like, they need a hand to hold. They need a shaman. They need a, a medical practitioner, someone to help them, because this is happening in daily life, health, practical service, big heavy hitters happening on your health axis over here. Something is coming via email, Aries. You're going to be receiving, this is like 8 of Wands type stuff. And that 8 of Wands used to be like faxes and all the different things. You're going to be getting offerings via email. Yeah, maybe put notifications for your email back on. Something is coming via email. Something's shifting within the technological space. This is tech-based for some reason. I have no idea. Jupiter, Mars, your chart ruler in the house of like early learning, short trips, information. Yeah, some of you, like Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Lewis Howes, like seminars, educate yourself, really be oomping yourself up in this tornado. Level up, keep leveling up, Aries. I know, I was about to say, I know this is a lot. And you're like, no, dude. I know when, the North Node goes into my house of soul purpose, I'm going to be in a different place. But right now you're harnessing all of this. I'm really proud of you, Aries. This is beautiful, beautiful. I would say regardless of where you are in your profession, decide what type of image you have at your VIP table that you're going to really sit at on Sundays. If not everyone is there, paint the picture. Really paint the picture and add that picture to your vision board. Yeah, Aries, because you're the first sign of the zodiac. I'm an Aries sun. I can say this to you. Because Aries is so simple, I actually do need you to have pictures on the vision board. I need actual pictures. I don't want it all to be like written out manifestations. I want it to be pictures, because your brain is going to take those pictures in very, very simply. This is play, joy, childlike spirits, simplicity. I want to make this simple for you. Literally, honest to goodness, I feel as though whatever has been going on, Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, from the Cancer solstice until now, we're almost halfway through this God's Caudally. You are going to be, to someone that met you in Gemini season and hasn't seen you and will not see you again until Libra season, your life will be unrecognizable to that person. You will feel like it's literally me, Marcus Aurelius, I'm just a man. But I feel as though you're going to be so proud of who you are. Definitely some mirror work. Definitely, actually, if mirror work is intense, start doing it passively, like when you're just brushing your teeth in the morning. And I recognize when I'm leveling up. So it's kind of, there's two separate things that I want to say to you, Aries, and then we'll get going to Taurus. So while you're leveling up, sometimes it's tough to look into your own eyes. Also, when you're going through things that are too intense for you to be viewing, it is also too tough to be looking into your own eyes. If mirror work is ever too intense, don't do it. If anything I ever tell you to do is too intense or anxiety producing, Aries, for the love of God, do not do it. But when you're, brushing your teeth in the morning, the mirror's right there. So maybe put a post-it that just says, I am worthy on the mirror, and just keep repeating that to yourself. I am worthy. I am safe. I am loved. I am abundant. Whatever is not intimidating, but that's a big, broad brushstroke that you can put down there, Aries. I feel like that could be really beautiful. I don't even want to say helpful, but just a way to kind of say, oh, okay, I can look into my own eyes. It doesn't have to be scary. And also, I don't have to process deep generational traumas or childhood, SE actualizations or, narcissistic abuse. Every time I look into my own eyes, I can start to see the beauty. I can start to see the lotus flower growing from the mud. So yeah, make it, even just putting pictures of flowers, like images. Yeah, put some vision board items on the mirror in the bathroom. That could be really nice and simple. Because you've already stepped into your tornado, Aries. You're already in it. Yeah, this isn't the warm-up anymore. You're in it. Great job, Aries. Proud of you. I'm hearing some of you say, Sarah, the full moon that's coming up, you said you would talk about that. That's going to be in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future, Aries. So just like the image I said, keep the joy as people fall away, as habits fall away, as, you know, things that you thought were going to be there fall away, and be open to the good things coming. Yeah. Also some solfeggio frequencies and some just like passive rewiring of your neural pathways. Yeah, some throat chakra clearing. Yeah. Nostalgic movies, Sound of Music, Princess Bride. Okay. Don't overdo it though, Aries. Don't overdo the leisure time. Don't overdo it. Sleep. Okay. Because the general astrological wheel is an Aries rising, that's why I usually do a little bit longer for Aries. I'm just highlighting that because people that don't know their rising sign, everybody watches for Aries. So that's why it's usually a little bit longer. All right, let's continue. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. Welcome to my donation-based reading for this new moon in Leo. How you doing, girl? How you doing, my dude, my guy? Ooh. Some of you are moving. Okay. Yeah, some of you are really moving. It is for your greater development. Maybe it doesn't feel that way, but there's something going on that I heard some of you say, like, well, I don't want to move. I don't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so either some of you have moved. Can you see that? So this is happening in your 4th house of home, my pocket of the world. Safety is key, cultural family roots. So let's see what's going on. So some of you have moved, are in the midst of moving, or are going to be moving, and it will expand your finances. Wherever you're moving to, it's like it becomes very niche. It becomes very like, oh, you're here, interesting. And it'll help develop your business and your trajectory. When Venus is in your 5th house, when Venus is in Virgo, because Venus is your chart ruler, Taurus. I need you really figuring out what joy and play is. I need you having fun. I'm just like, some of you, it just feels as though you've become it's one of my favorite. Money isn't real, George. Money is limitless. So remember that, and we've talked about this a while ago, I feel like you're really learning how to like smooth out the waves and the humps of money manifestation, and recognizing that like it's the best part when you get to pay for things, because that's utilizing that energy and nurturing it and strengthening it. In the same way, when you strengthen a muscle, then you get to pick up bigger weights, and then you get to pick up bigger weights and bigger weights and bigger weights. So get excited about the taxes, get excited about the bills, get excited, rebrand it, get excited about it. Like this, whatever is happening here. So for you, I can go over to the full moon. The full moon is going to be in your 10th house of legacy, public image, and career. That's going to be in Aquarius. That's going to be on the 19th. That's going to, start off with the Jupiter-Saturn square. I'll highlight the work of Pam Gregory. She's a teacher of mine, and I literally learned so much. She did an entire video on the Jupiter-Saturn square, and it's, personal as well as on a broader scale, micro, macro, amazing stuff. But that's, you know, your second and your 11th houses. So look into that Jupiter Saturn square. Where is it falling exactly in your chart? Because if it is Taurus rising, this is going to be specific for Taurus rising, Taurus sun, and Taurus moon. Find out where this is falling exactly. Definitely go watch that video that Pam Gregory did. It's not even a square that like I'm going to be talking about. This, like, if astrology is one of the biggest lenses that you look to, look into, because you get 3 of them. Jupiter, Saturn, squaring. Money, values, access to resources, community, friendships, wishes for the future. Yeah, this is big stuff. This is land acquisition. This is family expansion. This is beautiful, Taurus. I'm really excited for you. Really, really excited. You're setting the foundation. I'd say a lot of you are going to feel way more, fixed negative earth, of course, a lot more grounded before. So it's like I did that video, the 2024 to 2027, the changing of the guides. I think that's in the longer range transit playlist. I'm probably just going to put it below because I've mentioned it so many times. I feel as though you're going to be way more settled before 2027 than a lot of other people are. And you're going to be able to be helpful for a lot of other people by inspiration alone. Sarah, what do you mean by that? There's not going to be like a gaggle of like homeless people that come to your door and there's like, house me, I need help. It's not going to be like that. Like, it's not, because that's literally you by moving, by taking the leap of faith, by doing the Indiana Jones jump. You're going to have the ability to inspire others to do what it is that you have done. You don't surround yourself with people that look for handouts. That's not you, Taurus. You inspire people just like you're here at my table. I am offering you tools as a leader to put into your toolbox so you can go inspire the world. I understand, Taurus, why I don't have yet as many like one-on-one clients, because my work is intense. It can be very intimidating. Look how much I offer you in each YouTube video and each thing. This is because you inspire so many people that the work that we do here at this cafe table ripples out. I need you to also look at what you do and be proud of what you do. I'm self-aware enough to say that my work helps a lot of people. I need you to look at nurturing your ego a little bit. There was a little bit of interesting, like, you're like, Sarah, that was really about you. Oh my goodness. It's like, well, look in the mirror and ask yourself, if me speaking in a way that I am confident in my channeling capabilities and in my content, if me being confident triggers something inside of you, you need to look at your confidence. You need to look at your imposter syndrome, because when Mercury goes retrograde, we understand that things might get a little bit bumpy. I literally mentioned in my Substack article that I posted today, because I'm recording this on Monday, that this will bring up imposter syndrome. It will go back into your 4th house of house, home, my pocket of the world. Safety is key. So be ready for that. Face yourself now. Look at yourself now and know that you're worthy of being able to inspire people. You're worthy of that job that you do maybe once or twice a week, and that's it. That's it. And that's it. Yeah, you're worthy of doing things once that help thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. You're worthy of that. And you don't have to do you don't have to leave your kitchen. You don't have to leave your living room. You're worthy of being that inspirational thought leader. You're worthy of being that person, Taurus. You're worthy of that. Sorry, I have the windows open. I want you to hear the gulls. You know, let's see. Yeah, I would say the 2024 to 2027, the changing of the guides, that could be for you, Taurus. And it could be something that you could start to look into as far as like I feel like I'm a little ahead of the game there, Sarah. You really are, Taurus. You really, really are. So get excited about that. Set your foundations. Really honor and nurture and nourish your relationships right now. It's a good time to be you, Taurus. I like that reading. Yeah. It's been a really rough 6 months for you, Taurus, so I'm proud of you. Really proud of you. You know, it is really nice to kind of clear the board after each one, so I'm going to do that for you. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Welcome, Gemini rising, Gemini sun, Gemini moon, to your all signs reading. Or your, pardon me, I keep saying that. Welcome to my new moon in Leo reading. This entire reading for you is donation based, dearest Gemini. So if you receive anything from it, the link is below for donations. I appreciate you. How's that feeling? How's that feeling? Dang, girl. I put them all down because this is a very interesting one. So I'll get this out of the way first. Either someone is trying to take advantage of you, or you have recognized that someone was trying to take advantage of you and you're kind of dealing with the reverberal energy. And it's like I'm literally seeing you working on yourself in a way that like the trauma, it's like I'm literally seeing like a capital T that you're like trying to smash down to be a lowercase t, because you're like, I don't want this to be stuck in my nervous system. I don't want this, whatever it was, could have been yesterday, 3 months, 6 months, a year ago, was something. You're in a deep spot right now. This could be childhood trauma. This could be childhood SE actualizations. This could be really intense stuff that you're deep diving into, and you're really like chipping away at the trauma to make it a lowercase t. So I'm really proud of you. This could be someone coming into your life right now that reminds you of your father, reminds you of your mother, reminds you of that ex, reminds you of that person. And this is your opportunity to use teal swan language to do something differently, to do it differently, to view it differently, to view the situation in a new way and choose why. I don't want to say wisely, but that's what my guides are saying, to choose a new neural pathway. So this has happened in a few of your readings, that like what is going on with Jupiter in your sign, your brain is upgrading so quickly. And so sometimes I feel as though tapping into your energy is, even for me, a little bit intense to do, because it's like the views that you're seeing, it's like flip books and you process and then flip book and flip book and flip book. It's like so many screens happening all at the same time. It's like you've got like 10 computer screens open and every single one of them has different tabs going, and you know exactly where every single one of them is. It's beautiful. It's definitely worth some grounding down here. Definitely worth some grounding. I would say that that's what the Mercury retrograde is going to bring for you, is just an opportunity, because it's like windshield wipering over your IC, as well as having Venus going into Virgo. This is you creating a new sacred space for yourself, maybe a new meditation altar, maybe a new spot where you sit. Really, like, I kind of want you to like, oh my God, I love you. It's like, remember when you were kids and you'd like put your bed on the other side of the room and you'd like bring everybody over and you'd be like, this is my new house. I want you to do that in your real life right now, in your adult life. I love you. You're like done and done. Because this is early learning, neighbors, house and home. You could take a little road trip. You could go on a little train ride around town. You know, over here, this is quest, adventure, long distance travel, and higher education. It's funny, and I'm so grateful for you, because nobody that's watching this, Gemini rising, Gemini sun, Gemini moon, there's not a single one of you that's like, I'm not running from anything anymore. I know for you, as such like a, we'll talk, like, I love that as your descendant in Sag, and you're working on yourself, you're working on your traumas, you're working on your like inner reactions and responses to things. You're finding out like what your triggers are. This is a really beautiful, beautiful reading. I would say finding a nice little quadrant, a little area of your home where you sit down. I'm seeing you like buying a new little like meditation stool, maybe like a little square one, or a little like little cushions. And like I'd say getting new chimes, getting maybe a little singing bowl, something auditory, like like something that you can hear would be helpful for you right now to kind of like snap you back to the here and now. I feel like that something auditory is going to be really, really helpful for you. I'm listening to my guides. Some of you are healing some sibling stuff right now, whether it be for yourself in meditation or you're talking it out with siblings. Some of you are recognizing that's like, oh, we had completely different childhoods. Oh, but mom and dad messed you up in that way? They messed me up in this way. They did the best that they could, and I know that you know that, but it's nice to be able to know that your siblings are really important soul contracts, that those are your comrades. Maybe you've been warriors or warrioresses together. You've been on the same front lines. For siblings, for my siblings, like I'm in the middle of three girls. Literally, I know, we say that. And so I'm not judgmental if someone's like, I'm the baby, because I literally say I'm in the middle of 3 girls, as if like I could just say I have 2 sisters, but I don't. I'm like, I'm in the middle of 3 girls. So you know. If you're middle, you know. So I have 2 sisters, and we're comrades in this world, and we each bring something very powerful to the table. So the sibling, I don't see lives where one was my mother, one was my father, things like that. I know my younger sister does have that with my father, but for me, I don't see my siblings as, we have like, we're contemporaries. We're contemporaries. And so that's exciting. I'd say looking into your sibling order, how do I live into that? Yeah, that's exciting. This is really exciting. I'd say looking forward towards the full moon in Aquarius, looking into not just taking a trip that's like you're sitting on the beach, but going to like a women's circle or going to like a men's, retreat group or something that could be developmental. Kind of like all of the donations that I receive right now are getting me to the Summit of Greatness in California coming up in September. So I'm so grateful to my subscribers and to my clients, because they're really they're offering so much to help get me there in a way that I never worry. It's a beautiful thing. And I know that I'm meant to be in that room. I know that I'm meant to be sitting there, so I just don't question it. What would be the thing that you want to really do to nurture, nourish your development? I'd look into that, Gemini. I'm coming, Cancer. I'm coming. All right, Cancer, this one's going to hit. This one's going to hit. I can feel it. There's some adolescent stuff, but you really got punched in the teeth in some capacity. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm so sorry whatever happens to you, because the first thing was like, I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to look at it. We're gonna. It's attached to your money. You can handle this. I believe in you. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings. I haven't heard that song. I just love how music is stored in a different area of your brain. And I just love that. It's like this central part of your brain. It's so fascinating. Because your heart beats before your brain can think. So you got rhythm. Hey, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, come on and get a rhythm. All right, so music could be very healing for you right now, Cancer, obviously. So Cancer Rising, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, welcome to my donation-based reading for this new moon in Leo at 12 degrees, which is happening in your 2nd house of money, values, and access to resources. I'm listening. Because you're run by the moon, so we just got to flow with this. Please don't shut down. All right, so I'm just going to just walk us through together what I'm channeling. So I'm in your childhood home, and you're literally standing in front of your bedroom door, and you're like, don't go in. I don't want anyone to go in. I don't want you to see what's in here. And it's just you. You're just like playing with your Barbies. You're playing with your trucks. You're having a very simple time. I'm seeing your parents come in. They're either making fun of you or they're drunk. There's some trauma as far as the family is concerned. I'm seeing you covering your ears and just like shaking and being like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to hear this. I'd say grounding and music is going to be the most helpful for a lot of you Cancer rising. This is really, really intense stuff. Some of you will be coming into inheritances in the next 20 years. Some of you will be the executors of those wills. This is deep, Cancer, so please check in. I apologize that this is so intense, but this is like, I'm checking with my guides. This is, I know, and please listen to this disclaimer. Please take none of what I say as doctrine. This is just an image that I'm getting right now, which is like you find out posthumously, is that the word, how important you were to certain people, or, you know, when people leave your life. This could be a really intense breakup, an intense friendship breakup, an intense something or other where you're like, you knew it had to be done. You knew that, you know, no one lives forever. But you find out later on how important you were to them. But you knew that that's the only way. It's like having reverence for a trauma bond, but knowing that you couldn't be in their life and they couldn't be in yours. It's like having reverence for a really narcissistic or abusive parent, but then after they pass away, they leave you everything. Like it's well, Sarah, that was fun. I apologize. That was for some of you, maybe not all of you. And so right now, I would spend some time with yourself and really going back to your values. I'm just like asking my guides, like, can you bring it back to here and now? Using time alone with yourself, regardless of your human design, regardless of your other sun and rising, regardless of introvert, extrovert, regardless of any of that. I need some of you to really, I need all of you to spend a lot, not a lot more, but maybe allocate a day date with yourself, some time with yourself. Sarah, I have kids, I can't do that. Ask your partner to watch the kid, ask a friend to watch your child once a month. I need you to have alone time and know that it's your alone time. I need that for you. I need you to be able to say, this is me, these are my values, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. I am not my money, I am not my content, I am not my subscriber count, I am not mother, I am not sister, I am not father, I am not business owner. Really Marcus Aurelius yourself. What do you mean by that, Sarah? Marcus Aurelius, when he was walking through, you know, towns and there was people saying, oh my God, Marcus Aurelius, you're the best thing ever. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. He literally had someone walking with him saying, you're just a man. You're just a man. You are just a man. Cancer, that was incredibly in-depth. If any of you need a session, please reach out directly. August is the last month that I'm offering my friends and family discount. My rates will be shifting on the 2nd of September when I launch my 6-week leadership program. I think I'm calling it Inner Evolution. I'm very, very excited about that. I'm still playing with the title. But that, you're not alone in this. And sometimes, like, you just need someone to hold space for you, and that's okay. That is so okay. Like, healers need healers, leaders need leaders. I literally saw my shaman last week change, things on a DNA level. So that was very, very deep. Thank you for being here for that. That was a lot. Okay. Leo, darling, Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo moon. So my Leo sun's happy birthday. This is my donation-based new moon in Leo reading. If anything that I say hits the spot, please consider donating. I'm so excited. This is a beautiful time to be you. What's going on? I'm just seeing you smiling. A lot of you have had efficient's a strong word, pardon me, very intense ego deaths in the past year. And so you're just looking around. This is really cool. You've like vibes from the inside and you just are looking around at your life and you're like, yeah. You're just smiling and you're like, yeah, everything's okay. Everything's okay. I'm going to be okay. That's a really beautiful thing, Leo. That a lot of you, it's like you're in, like I'm just seeing a flip book of you, like I'm in an 8 out of 10 relationship. I did things that I know I shouldn't have done. I'm older and I have not found my soul match yet. I'm, in what I'm in, I'm in what I'm in, I'm in what I'm in. And you're just like, I'm worthy. You're doing some real intense healing on the inside. I almost don't even want to say it, but I take my ego out of the way. It's just you're smirking a little bit because you're making moves that you're working with the cycles. Oh my God, I don't even know how to say this image. You're planning your exit strategy. You're planning your exit strategy, full body reaction to that, Leo, to certain jobs, relationships, contracts. And you're doing it right. And you're doing it right. Yeah, I'm really proud of you. You're being strategic. You're keeping your cards close to the chest. You're flowing with the cycles of the moon. You're really doing a great job. I'm really proud of you. Yeah, you're like planning the getaway car, the whole thing. It's like, it's not this negative of a dramatization, but I'm just going to paint this dramatization because this isn't what's happening to you, Leo, but it's the image that my brain is giving me, which is like, sometimes I don't have time to, in an all signs reading on YouTube, to really deep dive into it like I did with Cancer. But right now the image that I'm getting is like the person that's been in a, intense, maybe verbally abusive, narcissistic relationship for so long, and that they've planned the getaway car, they hired the company to come in, they hired like the bikers to come in to help move their stuff, and then, whatever it may be, maybe, the beginning of Libra season, like the equinox or end of the year, whenever you've decided that narcissist like shows up at the house and all your stuff is gone and everything's gone and you've lawyered up and everything's in place, and they're like, wow, and you don't care what they say about you. You don't care about, you have been doing some really beautiful mirror work, Leo, and you're like, I don't care what anyone thinks of me right now. I'm doing this, I'm in it, I'm worthy, I'm lovable, and I'm getting out of this paradigm, whatever it is, Leo. And that doesn't have to be a negative situation. It could be positive, where something just snapped and you're like, I actually want to be a YouTuber, or I actually want to, volunteer. I actually want to work at an art gallery. I actually want to be an artist. I want to do this. Like, you can rebrand at any age. Yeah. I'm really excited for you, Leo. This is you're moving up from a situation that's like, this is happening in your sign. And I love that, because Venus going into Virgo later on that day, I'm going to write a whole article in Substack about this, which is like, this is locking it in. Venus leaving your sign and going into Virgo the same day of a new moon is locking it in. It's locking in the money. It's locking in the dedication, because it's like you're placing your order with the universe, and the universe is like, done, done. And this is happening in your house of money, values, access to resources. There's literally not a single smidgen of unhealthy ego in this reading, Leo. None of you. All of you are being very transparent with yourselves. You are, seeking help, whatever that may look like. You've been humbled enough. This is beautiful. I really love that for you, Leo. I really, really, really love that for you. Yeah, it's looking good. And you're trusting community right now. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. You see that? It's a lot. It's a lot. Welcome to your new moon in Leo reading. Please go watch the disclaimer before we get started. This is a completely donation-based, all signs, the whole thing is an all signs reading. It's completely donation-based, but please go watch the disclaimer before we get started here. And if you're new here, if this is your first time watching any of my readings, please also go back and watch the last full moon in Capricorn reading, like the last all signs reading. Why? Because we talked about addictions and we talked about detoxes. Some of you are saying enough is enough and you're ready. You're not alone, Virgo. It's been you, Sag, and Aquarius that have been going through the most of that, and we talked about that. So if you want some comrades, definitely go talk to those signs. Go watch that video. Go watch the last all signs reading that I did and watch for yourself, watch for Sag, watch for Aquarius, so you can have a little bit of validation that this isn't just you. Sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, So this new moon is happening in your 12th house of soul purpose, healing, closures, and coming home. Mercury's in your sign right now. You'll have a Mercury retrograde going over your ascendant. So you're going to have opportunities you can level up today. You can, like, all the competition and the concern that I want you to have is to be better than the you that you were in your last breath. That's the only thing I want you worried about. Literally. The only thing I want you worried about. Because people are looking, not in a negative way, they just see you. And whatever it is that, actually I talked to Libra months ago about this, whereas you may think that what you're doing is so casual, that you're just, I just, eat the cookie, or, I just have drinks on Saturdays, or, just like I have the high tolerance. So I just, take the biggest bong rip first thing in the morning. I have a keef topper and it's just like, then I go to the gym. The people at the gym or your buddies, whomever they are, not like they're worried about you because it's you and they know that they can't say anything to you, but they're aware and starting to become concerned. On the other side of this, the other side of the coin, your mutable earth energy, so I'll speak to two groups and you can decide which one you want to be a part of. you know you have an Everest in front of you. You know that there are things that you want to level up, and you feel a little bit of imposter syndrome. When Mercury goes retrograde in your sign the next day, there's going to be more imposter syndrome. And so I want you to have a grounding practice. I want you looking at having a new spot for meditation in the morning. I completely forget. I think it was Gemini. That I talked about that with today in this All Signs reading. So you can go watch that. I want you having like really healthy community right now. See how Cancer is empty over here, community, friendships, and wishes for the future. I want you to recognize who are your people. Who are your people? You know, South Node in Libra over here in your house of money, values, and access to resources. So you can change your values, you can change your vision board, you can change what it is that matters to you in the morning and change it to tomorrow. Like literally, I saw my shaman last week and I went from, this is very vulnerable what I'm about to share with you. And if you watch my daily content, I'm not even ready to talk about this like to everyone, but I'm going to share it with you. I might be a mom in this world. I'm probably going to have children in this world. And I've spoken for years about the fact that I didn't want kids. I didn't think that that was my soul contract. I've been saying for years and years publicly that I'm not meant for kids in this world, blah, 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 blah. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have kids in this world. I'm going to have children. I'm going to have babies. In one healing session, one shamanic session, that changed. Years. I don't want this to be about me, but some of you are asking, like, how did that change? Because I've had many lifetimes, if not like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lifetimes of miscarriages, of like losing the little ones. So I'm just going to leave that there. The reason that I'm sharing that with you so vulnerably, and I'm not even ready to talk about it publicly, is you can change your mind and you can change your trajectory in a day. The second I was open to it and I started to get excited about it, images that have come and go and like flitted away effortlessly are starting to solidify. Yeah. So really look at yourself right now, Virgo, and look at what your compelling vision is. This is Tony Robbins language. I want you to look at the practical manifestation technique that's in the toolbox. That's something very accessible to use because this is about soul purpose, healing, closure, and coming home. This is morbid, but I'm going to give the image of it because, you know, the North Node, it's you, I can say this. So someone that becomes sober, like say someone's like a heavy drinker, someone that becomes sober and, you know, changes their life, and someone that passes away from alcohol poisoning inspires people in the exact same way. Please reach out directly. Saturn in Pisces. AA was built during a Saturn in Pisces transit. Saturn square Jupiter right now. I'll highlight the work of Pam Gregory. She has an entire video on Saturn squaring Jupiter, relationships, public life. The guys are saying that's it. I'm sorry. I can't say anymore. I love you and I'm proud of you. That I can say. And you're worthy of health and wealth and happiness and abundance and generosity. You're not too far behind. You're needed in the new world. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that literally since I started to do all signs readings, that you're having an efficient awakening, Virgo. I believe you. I believe in you, and you can do this. Alrighty. Libra. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. Welcome to your new moon in Leo reading. This is a part of my new moon and full moon workshops. They're all completely donation based. So if this resonates with you, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. I would love for you to also go watch the disclaimer before we get started. Don't take anything that I say as doctrine. I had a feeling this was going to come up. So a few months ago, and I don't remember, please go watch the disclaimer. Don't take anything that I say as doctrine. It's Libra, so I'll give two. You're amongst good company. Virgo is looking at addictions, Sag is looking at addictions, and Aquarius is looking at addictions. Everyone's looking at detoxing sugar. Everyone's looking at, their eating habits, their ingestion habits, their ingestion of content, ingestion, like, who are my friends? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future type thing. And so this might be the time that you want to release certain people from your life right now. And that's a beautiful thing. I definitely feel as though Aries could be a good comrade, and Aries rising sun or moon could be a good comrade for you right now to be like, how do I say? I want you surrounded by winners. I want you surrounded by people that have a growth mindset, that whatever your values are. This is fascinating. I'm just looking at your chart right now when I went, what are their values? It's very Scorpio. People don't know your values. You need to tell them your values because Scorpio is very pensive, very private. So maybe list out your values. What are your top 5 values? And who are the top 5 people in your life? And do they match those values? If they don't, it's okay to not spend as much time with them. It's okay to have seats open at the table to then say, oh, okay, so I'm ready to bring in a mentor. I'm ready to bring in a healer or a spiritual counselor. I'm ready to have my chart read more often. I'm ready to be around people that maybe want to host seminars together, retreats together. Like, I'm ready to create a new community. And then this is exciting because then Venus, your chart ruler, goes into your house of soul purpose later on that day, and that says you get to choose your soul path. I'm putting the link for the 2024 to 2027 video, The Changing of the Guides. I'm putting the link for that below. So it's definitely worth your time. If enough people in this reading or could use that, okay, let me rephrase. Because I, speak to leaders and business owners and entrepreneurs, and I also speak to the spiritual community. So in the spiritual community, I'll speak to you first. No, I'm going to speak to the entrepreneurs first. You know that things are shifting and changing. You know you're building your company and your millionaire, billionaire mindset, and you're buying your land and you're doing all these things to escape whatever matrix that you've called it. You just know that things are shifting and things are changing and things are falling apart. You know that. So that's why you do what you do. To my spiritual community, 2027 is a huge year. How many angel channelers, how many galactic beings, how many people are saying the contract for the US is up, this is up, this is up, this is up. Monetize your business online, be able to have location freedom, be able to do those things. All the things are changing. You know this, Libra. You know this. The practical manifestation technique in the toolbox, worth your time. The chart reading foundations, the how to flow with the moon, all of these links are listed below. I have very accessible resources for you. Very accessible. The practical manifestation technique is completely free. If you buy the astrological starter kit together, I think it's listed as $11. You get chart reading foundations and you get how to follow the moon. My, manifesting, the scripting 101 video is in there. You get all these videos for $11 and you can watch them all the time, forever. This is big stuff for you, Libra. This is you really recognizing that your nervous system is affected by the nervous system of the people around you. I don't want you to be, okay, so at the very beginning of your reading where I was like, we've talked about this before, the image that image that came into my mind was, you're at the local pub and, you meet everybody there on Mondays and you love the people that you're with and you're so excited. And then you saw someone maybe at the end of, this was like, I'm going to go back even further. So there were two images that I got then. One of them was you in high school where you saw somebody that, maybe in the cafeteria that was sitting alone and you're like, nobody sits alone. I'm going to sit with this person and I'm going to be their friend. It was amazing. And then it shot to you at the pub telling that same story and you were a little bit buckled. You were a little bit sloshed. And this is a dramatization. That's why I said watch the disclaimer, because these are powerful images that I give you. But it was like you were telling the same story over and over and over and over and over again. And then you looked in the mirror and you're like, wow, I'm in my 50s. And I've been at the same pub, having the same conversation with the same people every single Monday. And it's like, you're run by Venus. So you like having the, good people around you, like having the familiarity around you. But the South Node is also transiting your sign right now. Lilith is in your sign. Go towards the healthier relationships. This is about relationships. You can't run from what you're in. You can't run from where your feet are. I'm so proud of you. This is huge stuff. The full moon that's coming up is going to be over here in your 5th house of play. So this is the perfect time to be releasing ways of play that don't serve you anymore. What is your soul purpose? Does that future version of you? I mean, I'm even seeing it on like the amount of people that have gone sober. Like being sober right now is actually mainstream. Yeah, I'm seeing people that, oh my God, who was the last one that I saw? It was this gentleman on my Instagram. He does kettlebell work and he's like ripped, dude. Like he just does like amazing stuff. I think he started to do kettlebell stuff during COVID, or I don't really even know, but it's just his transformation has been insane. And he just posted a reel yesterday, or I saw it yesterday, where it's like, what were the changes that I made that when I really was locked in on my health and fitness, what were the big changes that I made? And it was, I think he did legs 4 days a week. He ran a few days a week. He cut out processed food and he stopped drinking. Yeah. It's hip to be a square. It's hip to be conscious and cognizant of the things that you're saying and you're doing. Yeah, they don't call it spirits for no reason. You're kind of just ingesting whatever spirit and just saying, here, take over my human avatar and do what you want with it. If you're drinking a delightful Barolo because you're having a steak or you're having a bolognese, you revere that Barolo. You revere it and you pray over it and you love it. That's okay to do, Libra. That's okay. But truly, look at your habits, look at your patterns, look at your friends, and I'll show you your future. That's enough. That's enough. I love you. Some of you are saying, Sarah, you're going to show me a positive side of it. Who are your friends? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. List your 5 top friends. List your 5 top values. That's what I want you focused on right now, Libra. Your community. We've been go read my Substack as well. The past 2 Monday articles have been about communities shifting and changing. This is fascinating, Libra. It's like, I'm hearing you say, okay, I read them and you said the community was going to shift and change, but nobody's making the big move. You're the leader. Maybe you're the one that has to walk away from the group. My guys want me to do it. I think this is the last day of it. Oh my God. Oh my God. One more. And I know it's the last one. Okay. Scorpio. Scorpio. This is interesting. The first thing that you were saying, even as I was saying Scorpio, was like, don't sage in Palo Santo. Don't do it. Just start talking. Okay, what's up? Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. This is your donation-based reading for this new moon coming up. 12 degrees of Leo in your 10th house of career. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. As always, please watch the disclaimer first. I really highlight the disclaimer for this reading. All right, I'm going to channel it because the images that I'm getting aren't making sense just yet. So it's you and you're tuning a radio dial. You're trying to find the radio station. You're trying to find a specific radio station. And it's like coming in all crackly, but you're hearing like a presentation that you gave on a specific, it's like a local station or something. It's not like the mainstream ones, but it's like you're being seen. I'm having a full body chill. You're being seen in like you're leveling up. It's a big level up. Like it gets you to the next paradigm where you monetize your business in a specific way. And that's so exciting. And it's like smaller than your ego thought it was going to be, but you're really excited. I'm having a full body reaction to this, Scorpio. Yeah, it's like your speech, your song is on the radio, something's on the radio, something is happening and you're seen. And so I'm like trying to get it to 2024 and they're like, somebody posts something somebody reposts you. It's like, when Joe Rogan reposts something and then you have like everybody's on your page, or, like Joey Swole posts and everybody's on your page. Like it's like a big person post your stuff and you get to level, and you literally level up. It's like one post. Yeah, they keep bringing me back to this moment where it's like in the 50s or something, and like the telephones are ringing and everybody's calling and they're like, I need to book a session with Scorpio. What's up with Scorpio? What's happening with Scorpio? And I'm just seeing you like washing your face the end of the night and you're looking in the mirror and you're like, I did it. I did it. I did it. I want you to say that and put it on a Post-it. I did it. I monetized my business. I want you to live into it right now, Scorpio. I need you to live into it right now. Yeah, later this day, Venus goes into your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. I need you to live into it has already happened now. Yep. I talked to Aries about this, where it's like maybe turn the email notifications back on for your phone if you haven't already. Like this could be an email come in. This could be something like, I want you to be ready when you receive a message from whatever. Maybe you've turned off, full body chill again. Maybe you've turned off notifications because you're like, the future version of myself doesn't have notifications on because there's too many things coming in. Right now, I don't want you to miss this. Or Or I want you checking all of your platforms and checking like the message request bin, like I think there was, big famous people I've seen before that like haven't checked their, and they like, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Check all the things, check the junk folder, check everything, and have maybe at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, a process where you really go like, okay, so between 9:30 and 10, I'm doing email. And then by 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., I'm just doing, email again. Have some time where you really have the habit of sitting down, checking everything over, looking it over, not like, oh, let's check the comments and see what people are saying, but really create those daily habits now, Scorpio. So when the thing comes, because it looks like it's coming, 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 looks like it's coming. Don't miss it. That's that Mercury retrograde. Don't miss it because you didn't see it. Some of you are saying like, Sarah, what if I see it like a month later? Am I going to miss my opportunity? No, you can't miss what is meant for you, but I want you to catch this wave. There will always be another wave, but if what I'm saying is resonating with you, take some action steps towards it now. This is integrating the spiritual practice with the leadership growth and development, Scorpio. This is beautiful stuff. A lot of you really took my advice in the last 2 weeks ago about hiring someone. Go to see a shaman, go to see someone. You need a mentor right now. Level up, ask the universe for a mentor. There's a lot going on right now, and you're about to hop a paradigm as if you open the door to Oz and it just happens. So I want you to set for success, be ready, check the back end, check the junk folder, check it all. This is beautiful. I'm really excited. Full moon coming up in 2 weeks is going to be about those mother and father patterns. Scorpio men are going to be looking at their mother's stuff. Scorpio women are looking at their father's stuff. I'm singing it because you don't have to worry about it right now. It's almost like when you level up and that narcissistic parent comes out of the woodwork and is like, oh my God, I actually love you. And you're like, no, you don't. You want to be seen on the public stage. I'm saging after that one. Yeah. I love working with you, Scorpio. You're incredible. And it's pretty cool. Yeah. Scorpio, I also just want to highlight, like, please talk about your sobriety and celibacy and your strictness to as many people as will listen. I've got a few signs that are going through it right now, so. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon. We are talking about this new moon in Leo. And so welcome to my reading. This is a donation-based reading, Sag. If any of what I say resonates, please consider donating. This is so fascinating. Some of you really have been not... I love you so much. You're like, it's not just your advice, Sarah. I had that blackout and I am making those changes and it's great. And it's not just what you're saying. I'm not just heeding your advice. I literally swan dove into concrete and now I'm looking at my addictive patterns. So thank you for highlighting it for me. But I am an experiential learner and I had to go through it on my own. So thanks. I love you. I love how you keep me humble. You keep me humble. Alrighty, Rooney. Y'all got big things to do. So this is Sag. This new moon is in Leo, which is in the 9th house of quest, adventure, and long distance travel and higher education. For you, Sag, this is a Sag run house. Naturally, this is a Sag-run house. So this is a beautiful trine to your rising sign right now. This is a beautiful energy for you. I would love for you to, if you're scripting, I kind of want you doing a year ahead script right now, and I want you planning, they're saying like 2 to 3 holidays, but like once you have complete financial time and location freedom, where would you kind of want to like spend a month and just be and live for a month or 2 or 3? Yeah, I want those images on your vision board. Yeah, this isn't just about like long distance travel and then coming home. How do I say? So daily life, Uranus is shifting. You're coming into play. You're coming into health. You're coming into a beautiful thing. You have all of these ancestral patterns that are leaving, all these generational patterns that are really leaving. Mercury is in your 10th house of legacy, public life, and Venus is going to go into that house later on this same day. Jupiter is in your descendant sign right now. Your chart ruler is Jupiter in your descendant sign. Relationships, the right people are viewing you right now. The right people are viewing you. So I'm not even going to entertain any of the addictive stuff right now, because you know, based on the vibration that I just checked in with Sag and what you really have just said to me, is that like, you know, I don't have to worry about it. All's well. You know what you're doing, what you're supposed to be doing, what's not best for you. You know all of that. So I'm not going to even talk about it. Right now, the right people are watching. I feel like they're already watching. And so this is your opportunity to just, like my guides are literally in quotation, act as if. What's the big image? What's the compelling image? What's the, the practical manifestation technique? It's in the toolbox, the public playlist. Like, this is free. Tony Robbins language, compelling vision. What is your future self in 1 year's time? Where have they been living? Where are the 3 places? Okay, fine. You can have like one holiday, one fun vacation, and then one place that you're like, you know what? I kind of want to like hunker down here for a month and just enjoy it and just be. Yeah, I feel like with Neptune and Saturn in your house of home, my pocket of the world safety is key. I feel like with this square between Jupiter and Saturn, I'll highlight the work of Pam Gregory. I'll put her page below because I've referenced her a few times. She did a whole video on the Saturn-Jupiter square. She does, like, honestly, it's all astrology. She's been doing this for so long. She's bringing astrology, like basic mundane astrology to the masses. I am so incredibly grateful for the work of Pam Gregory. I learned so much from her, and she did an entire video on the Jupiter-Saturn square. This is happening in your house of relationships and your house of my pocket of the world. Safety is key here. So I don't feel as though just yet, Sag, you're looking at buying property. I feel as though you kind of want to, or this is being a little bit like I can go anywhere. I could live anywhere for as long as I want. I'm a Sag. I kind of want to live here for 3 months and then live here for 3 months and live here for 3 months and do it bougie. It's still going, girl. My guy, it's still going. This is big transformation, big, deep stuff. I'm really proud of you looking at yourself. I'm really, really proud of you. This is intense, South Node in the 11th house, Lilith in the 11th house. This is intense. You're leveling up and leaving a significant amount of your community behind. This is not a competition that's an egoic way, but you're leaving behind the community that you have grown out of. In the same way, when you're done with 3rd grade, you go to 4th grade. There's no competition. You're not saying like, oh my God, I'm leaving 3rd grade and all y'all have to stay in 3rd grade and I'm leaving you behind. No, you all level up. When you're surrounded by the right community, the people that you're supposed to ascend with, you all go on to 4th grade together and then 5th grade together and then 6th grade together. When you're surrounded by the wrong community, people are like, oh my God, you think you're better than me because you're going to 4th grade? And you're like, you could literally go to 4th grade. You could literally do this. Well, like, Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. That was a little ostentatious, and it's not judgmental. It's just like, if you feel like you're in the Twilight Zone, go watch my full moon and Cap video. It's literally called the Twilight Zone. I'm just offering validation if you're new here, if this is your first time here, Sagittarius. If you feel like you're in the Twilight Zone, it's time to start buying like new Lisa Frank stuff to go to 4th grade. Yeah. Clean the house. Get rid of some things. Get rid of some things that remind you of your old self, and be ready for exciting things. I'm asking my guides, because some of you were a little bit triggered by me being like, we were not buying a house right now. I feel as though you definitely could. Maybe when Saturn goes direct, or when Saturn like goes into Aries. My guys are talking. Some of you will be purchasing property, and it will be a little bit connected to Taurus energy. Go watch the Taurus video. Go watch the 2024 to 2027 video. Some of you will be doing this to inspire others to do the same. So you'll be like the leader, like the actual like pharaoh of some of you that are like in human design, the manifestors. If you're a Sagittarius and you're a manifestor and you're looking at purchasing property right now, go for it. Absolutely go for it. Literally. That's very, very niche. If that person is watching this video, can you please send me an email? Because I would be so jazzed to be like, I'm literally receiving a message from Spirit and like giving it directly to you, because that's pretty niche. A Sag rising manifestor of human design. Could be Sag Sun or Sag Moon. But if somebody is watching that's that Sagittarius, please reach out directly, because I feel like across time and space, that message was for you and you alone. Yep, because the full moon coming up in 2 weeks is in Aquarius, and we're releasing in our house of like short trips. That is so exciting. That is so exciting for you, Sag. Get ready to just... And it's not like living out of a suitcase. It's like you can do it bougie, so you can have hundreds of suitcases if you want. You can have a whole like tanker. You can have whatever you want. As many bags as you want, you can take. As many bags as you want to take with you, you can take with you. It's relocation. And you can, a lot of the descendants of Yeshua are supposed to be traveling, are supposed to be, not nomadic, but bougie nomads. But yeah, definitely go watch Pam Gregory. Definitely, this thing was going the entire time for you, Sag. All right, let's drink some water, Sarah. Okay. Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon. Welcome to your new moon in Leo reading at 12 degrees. This, please, for any person that's new here, go watch the disclaimer for this video and the, introduction to the planets, whatever you need. This is interesting energy I'm tapping into right now. It's like, those, at the, right, I'm going to try to paint this picture. At the carnival, those like spinny things that like you stand up against the back wall and then it spins around and it spins around, spins around, and then like the bottom falls out. So like your feet aren't even there, but you're just like spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Those. I'm seeing that. And then I'm seeing you, Cap, and you were with your friends, like a fire sign friend, and you were like, I do not want to be doing this. Do you know it took them 15 minutes to put this together? This could break. We could all die. Yeah, you're like with with Aries, and they're just like, come on, let's do it. This is going to be fun. It's called paradigm jumping. What's the worst that could happen? And you're like, I don't know if I trust these carnies. I don't know what's going on right now. And then you go on it and you feel like you're going to pee your pants. Maybe you do pee your pants a little bit, but nobody could see it. And you just feel like you're going to vomit, but you like swallowed it down. And you just literally, and then you get off of the ride, Cap. And you walk out and you've hopped a paradigm where like people start to come up to you at the carnival and they're like, oh my God, you're Capricorn? Can I take a picture with you? It is so nice to meet you. Your content literally changes my whole life. Oh my God, it's Capricorn. And you're like, what is going on? And you look down at your phone and it's like the shiniest new phone. And you look down at your shoes and they're the shoes that you've been manifesting for ages. Your glasses are brand new. Your car is the G-Wagon that you've been manifesting that you just put on your board. Like literally you're just like, wait, just by getting on the ride, buy the ticket, take the ride. This is in your 8th house of deep, dark transformation, shared possessions, wills, death, and rebirth. You could do a little bit of a ceremony, aka making a list. You can go as woo-woo or as leadership-based as you want, but I want you, Cap, making a list of all of the things that the old you did that you do not bring to that version of you. I'm already putting it in the past tense for you. What are they? It could be simple as fearing being seen. It could be as simple as, you know, I keep my mindset. Like what's your mindset like? What is, you know, you're constantly vibrating in love and gratitude, infinite love and gratitude. There's the alchemist, Sarah, her last name starts with an E, I think it's Eckhart or something, I don't know. But yeah, she speaks of infinite love and gratitude. I'm constantly vibrating in wealth. I'm constantly vibrating in abundance. I'm constantly vibrating with, you know, letting things fall away, like the floor falls away, but you're just fine, Cap. Yeah, I want you making friends with Aries right now. I feel like they could be very helpful for you. You can go watch the Aries as well and just get the vibration of Aries. Just integrating some of the Aries vibration. Yeah, they're literally choosing to stand in a tornado right now, Cap. So stand with them. Play a little. Have fun. Go to the carnival. It's funny, I'm getting a full body chill. I feel like you should take a drive and maybe get the car checked up and take a ride and take a drive somewhere. Just go for a drive. Have like a random place, like a fun grocery store that you want to go to, like an ethnic grocery store that you want to go to, the coffee shop, go to a new art museum, something fun. We'll talk more about that in Virgo season, but I feel as though because Virgo season, okay, let me explain. Virgo season for you is about quest, adventure, and long distance travel. But because it's Virgo season, I feel like you're like earth sign to earth sign. You're like, no, I'm not going out. I'm not doing things. I'm going to study. I'm going to do the things. Do it in Leo season. Do it in Leo season if you want, Cap. But yeah, this is paradigm jumping energy. And I feel as though you could really harness this by just like getting in the garden and dancing around the house and moisturizing your body and just really looking at yourself. And if mirror work is too intense, then don't do it. There's just highlight the things that definitely go read the Substack this week. Definitely go watch the new moon introductory video because we went quantum. Highlight the things that version of you, the top paradigms, how do they celebrate? How do they release? And we're going to do it closer to the full moon. That's in Aquarius. That's money, values, access to resources. This is shared possessions. This is personal possessions. So that full moon for you might just literally be about throwing away so many things in your house that don't serve you. Or maybe some of you are moving. North Node. Yeah, some of you might be moving. Don't tell that to Sag. They're not moving right now. They're just getting, Sag is getting complete, like, you're both getting complete time, location, and financial freedom, but Sag isn't, they're not buying property right now, whereas you might be. Yeah, you and Taurus. Is there anything else for Cap? Nah, dude, get excited every single day for what you're in right now. This is so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. I love working with you. You're utilizing these spiritual insights for your development. I'm so excited for you. It's so cool working with you, Cap. It's so cool. So cool. Yeah, you and Gemini, you just like swan dive into the work when it comes. You really do. Yeah. For some of you, go watch the video that I posted. It's casual telepathy, the restaurant industry, and being friends with a Gemini. And check your judgments of a Gemini right there. Because if you can't handle being friends with a Gemini, you cannot handle the awakening. Capricorn, some of you, maybe one or two of you. Yeah. Aquarius, sweetie pie, how are you doing? Be kind to yourself, honey. Be kind to yourself. Call in some mentors. Call in some friends. Call in people that can be helpful to you right now. Call them in. Call in what you need. You got to label what you need, and you got to tell the universe what you want. What type of people do you want to be surrounded by? Honestly, and I'm not saying this to intimidate you. I'm not saying this to intimidate you. It is just the planets. It is literally just Pluto on your ascendant sign. The rest of 2024, I'm saying this for the intention to take some pressure off. Let it be a rough ride. In the same way, when you go off-roading, you're not mad when you bump your noggin because you're like, I'm off-roading. This is great. I'm so excited. I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to go on a safari in Africa. You're not going to be pissed that you bump your head. Be on safari. And know that you don't have to have it figured out. It's like being in your 20s. It's meant for tripping and falling. You're not supposed to do anything. Like, if you're, let me rephrase. You know when you were 21, you had the answer to everything? And then at 29, you had the answer to everything? But like when you were 25, you had the answer to everything. And now at 37, I have the answer to everything. But at 40, I'll have the answer to everything. But at 2, I had the answer to everything. You're fine. Be off-roading. Be off-roading. This is about relationships, the important people in your life. This is your descendant sign. This is a perfect time for you to be calling in healthy people. Jupiter is expanding your house of play. Mars is in your house of play. That Jupiter-Mars conjunction is going to be in your house of play. The square of Jupiter and Saturn, play, joy, money, values, access to resources. Don't stay small to keep the people around you that make you feel small. We talked about addictions. We've been talking about addictions. Be kind to yourself as you remove patterns that you've been doing, substances you've been using for your entire adult life. Yeah. Dude, when I removed cannabis flower, I'd been smoking for 14 years. It took a few weeks for me not to have like daily night sweats. Like a few times a night I would have, I'm sorry this is gross, but I'm offering this to you. A few times a night I would wake up and have to change my clothes. I would have to go completely like without clothes. I would have to put towels down in the bed because it was soaked through. Like really, like 2 to 3 weeks. Doesn't happen anymore. I just have the wildest dreams I've ever had in my life. Yeah, I bought a dream notebook, like one of those like, what do the dreams mean? Because it's so wild. It's so wild. And it's showing me my shadow. It's helping me release. I'm hopping paradigms. I'm doing, healing in the astral. Yeah. Let your dreams be super duper funky dory. Call in the people that you need. Go talk to Scorpio. They were having similar things go on 2 weeks ago for the full moon. Call in a shaman, call in a friend, have someone hold space for you. Join, a service, join a group that is healthy, and just be there. And just be there. You don't always have to share. I've never been to an AA meeting, but please, if you have, comment below. Do you have to share every single time? I don't think that you do. Just know that you're not alone. I'm literally speaking to all Aquarius, sun, moon, and risings across time and space. So know that it's the makeup of the being, the vessel that you chose to be in. You're not this human avatar, Aquarius. You are the consciousness running the human avatar. You are the awareness. So you're not the only one going through this. You chose to have Pluto be in your sign for the next 20 years. It's going to dip back down into Capricorn for a few more months. From September to November. So you have those opportunities to do the deep work and I said this to Virgo, and it's like, I'm not going to say the same thing that I said to Virgo to you. The hero and the villain have the same backstory. How do you integrate your shadow? Sorry, Pisces. It's a thick Palo Santo. She's thick. Pisces. Final lap. How are you, Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon? This is my donation-based reading for this new moon in Leo. How are you? First thing I heard is, I don't want to talk about it. Then why are you watching an all signs reading? Then why are you here? Literally, if you don't want to talk about it, then why are you watching this video? I'm hearing some of you say, well, maybe I do want to see what to do, but I don't want to talk about my role in it. Oh. So the image that I'm getting, and please watch the disclaimer before I start talking. Full body chill. Okay. So some of you are like, oh, at the job that I hate, there are all these people that really are doing things that I really don't like, but I really don't like this job. And at any moment that I could leave, but at this job that I really don't like, there's so many people that are doing these things that I really don't like, and I really don't like, and I really don't like. Then don't go to that job anymore. In the group that I really don't like going to, at the job I really like, this is work. This is daily life. Practical service. This is the health access. Some of you are leaving a side hustle behind. Some of you are leaving situations behind. There's something going on, and it'll eventually, with Mercury going back into Leo later on. Where is it? on the 14th. So Mercury goes retrograde on the 5th of August, the day after this new moon. And then on the 14th, Mercury is going to go back into Leo. That's the same day as the Jupiter-Mars conjunction. So I'm going to do a whole reading on that. I'm going to do a whole all signs reading on that. My ear just rang, literally to the point of it was so loud, I thought it was coming from outside. I might not talk fully about this, but this is like home, my pocket of the world. Safety is key, cultural family roots. Some of you really need to check your sibling order. Check, why are you staying in the paradigm that you're staying in? Stop it. Stop it. Ask God for a new job. Ask the universe for an opportunity. And definitely, like, don't leave the paradigm that you're in. Don't be adolescent about it and don't run from it, but just literally say, universe, I am so ready for my next financial opportunity. This is the amount that I need. Give your order. And you can do it in a bracket. You can say, like, from this amount to this amount, I need to be making this every week. Or you can just have the higher amount, just one amount that says, I need to be making this every single week to live the life and to do the mission work that I need to do. This is my order. And you can be salty. I need you to be salty with your guides right now because they don't understand. Angels, aliens, interdimensional, multidimensional beings, they don't understand money in this third dimensional matrix because money is only here. This is the only place where money exists. We don't have to worry about these things in other paradigms. I'm going to highlight the work of Aaron Lyons. I'm going to highlight the work of Bob Proctor. So it is here and we must utilize it, master it, love it, get to know the vibration of money because it's going to be here. It ain't going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere. Sarah, you've been saying for a while, if time or money were no object, what would you do? Then visualize that. If time or money were no object, what would you do? As a collective, we all must master the vibration of money so that everybody on the planet has infinite time and infinite money. But as leaders, if you're here at my table, as leaders, we chose to go first. So we have to lead the way, show others how to do it, and help them do it. By inspiration alone, you can talk to Taurus about that. Definitely go watch their video. This is a huge deal for you, Pisces. I need you to level up. I need you to recognize that, like, it's almost like your gossiping has become, or your mental chatter has become so, it's like, even as I'm saying this, you're like, whoa, it has been, Sarah. This video is going to unlock a lot for a lot of Pisces sun, moon risings. Please drink some water right now, Pisces. A lot of you are so powerful. How many of you have been doing detoxes? How many of you can do a water fast for days? How many of you are using Saturn, using Neptune, using all these things? I need you to find the next paradigm and hop that paradigm to show others that they can do it too. Yeah, you don't have to be a bright light in a dark space if the dark space is a brothel. Yeah, you can have values and you can have people around you that highlight those values. Ask the universe for what you want, place the order, and then every single day, get excited. I've been talking about this for weeks. Act like it's your last day at that job. Don't judge the people around you. Let them be. Go read my Substack. We've been talking about communities shifting. Literally, I have hours and hours and hours of validation for you that across time and space, I am telling you that this is your deepest work. It's almost as if by every time you gossip or every time your mind judges the people at the place you don't want to be, you're purposely taking weeds and you're like wrapping them around yourself so you're stuck in that garden that you don't want to be in. Pisces, snap out of it. Snap out of it. I don't even think I've ever seen that movie, but I just am like literally Cher across time and space from the 80s. Is it Cher? I think it's Cher. You know, I want to show it to you. I want it to be the last one. It's okay. I bought them, and it's okay, Pisces, that it's the last time I use this. It's okay that now what has been utilized to harness energy can become something that's dead. I'm really proud of you. This is really beautiful stuff. And I'm proud of every single one of you. I am grateful for every single one of you. This is such beautiful, intrinsic, specific work. And you're all going through all of these beautiful things. Thank you for being here. It's an absolute privilege to be a guide for you during this leg of your journey. Call me if you need anything. Comment below. And please let me know how I can best support you. Ciao.